Sexual union is an auspicious yoga, which through involving enjoyment of all the sensual pleasures gives release. It is a path to liberation. This is from a sacred text. The Tantras are a group of texts that are talking about this science, and there's the Tantras, the Agamas, and several other Puranas, different texts that expound all the teachings, and basically they all come back to the same essential point from different directions about liberation through the body, as opposed to being ascetic, where you are denouncing the body, denouncing the material world, trying to avoid sensual pleasure. They're actually going deeply into the senses and the pleasure of the senses in order to be liberated from the attachment to those senses. Because it's not the pleasure that's the problem. What's the problem? It's the attachment, that addiction that we get. There's nothing wrong with having money and a house and a good job. It's our relationship to these things that can cause our suffering. It's not the object itself, it's our relationship to these objects in our lives and these relationships in our lives. So we go back. I just wanted to show you the slides because I'm so happy about them that I found them. But this is about that union of Shiva and Shakti. And remember, this is common tantric vocabulary. If you're new to Tantra, then maybe you're not aware of this. But once again, Shiva is the masculine consciousness and Shakti is the feminine energy, the creative energy. And we talked a lot about the polarity, and bringing the man and woman together is what can create that attraction and complete a circle of light between the two polar opposites, the masculine and the feminine. And this is a famous posture called Yab Yum, and we'll talk about that more in a bit. But you can see that when you sit in this posture, her chakras here, you can see are lined up, and they line up with his chakras in the front. So here we have this union, this merging of two energy fields creating sublimation. Remember, we talked about that energy rising from the lower to the higher centers, the process of sublimation, and there are certain sexual postures that are ideal for this type of energy movement and connection between the chakras. And just to remind you, the yoni is the sacred space, the feminine genitals, and the lingam is the positive charge, negative charge and positive charge. What beauty is, what is positive in the male body is negative in the female body. What is negative in the male body is positive in the female body.